y'all. Hey, Shay here. We are here to do this week's WIP, WIP stands for work in progress, in chat. So go ahead and hang out with me for about an hour. And if you want to craft alongside me, that would be great. If not, run errands, let me help you do some chores, whatever you want to treat this as. It can be a podcast. You don't have to watch. You can just listen. And I'm just going to kind of update you on what's been going on in my life this last week. We do meet every week like this, and I see it as like just having coffee with friends. So make sure and let me know how you are down in the comments, because I read every single one of your comments. I get back to you guys, and I've formed a lot of friendships on here, and I just want to say thank you, and please, please, please let me know how you are, okay? So this Whip and Chat is actually week number 3 for an event that I'm hosting for the month of August. It's called Oz and Og 2023. It's the 3rd year, and yeah, it's just a diamond painting community event where you can pull anything out diamond painting related that has an element of the Wizard of Oz in it. I have been working on a Diamond Art Club diamond painting called Dorothy and Toto, but I'm almost finished. So I stopped working on it for today, and I thought we would do something different. I'm working on a cover of a book. It's actually the original L. Frank Baum actual book, which is super cool. This was given to me by a friend. This was given to me by Ashley, AH Diamond Art. And so I wanted to say thank you to her. She does have a channel, and she's awesome. She thought of me when she saw this. She got it at a store called Ollie's. I'll have it linked down below, the store itself. I've never been there, but from what I understand, it's one of those stores where you don't know what you're going to find. So it might be there, it might not. They have just like, I guess, a hodgepodge of different things. So I still want to go to one. There's one not real close to me, but I still want to go venture out and go check it out. Maybe do like a shopping with Shay video. So yes, today is Wednesday for me / Thursday for y'all. If you're watching this the day that it comes out, it is Wednesday the 16th, 10:51 a.m. So I do have my coffee. So if you want to grab something to drink, if you're going to be crafting with me, yeah, grab something to drink, maybe a snack, and we're going to have some fun. All right, my coffee's getting cold, y'all. It's like my 3rd cup. I know. So what do we need to talk about here? Thank you so much for all your participation in this event. Oz and Og has been a huge success thanks to you guys. So I love seeing all your progress pictures on Instagram and the Facebook group. It's been so much fun. Hope you're having a good time. Somewhere in this video, I will be announcing the winner from last week, because I gave a keyword for that video and I asked you to put that down in the comments, and that will be for the matching. We're going to be matchy. This is a pen that was donated from us by one of our sponsors from Diamond Pen Pal. It is a lava pen, and these are not cheap. So that was so generous of them. It does say Oz in August 2023, and it's called, you know, we're rainbows and ruby red slippers and monkeys and green little gems. It's adorable. I've been loving mine. So yes, this will be, so somewhere in this video, I will do a little video clip of announcing who won this from last week. Okay, so good luck on this. And then stay tuned, because somewhere in this video, I will ask for a keyword. And you'll have to put it down in the description, but I'm going to be giving away a Lexi sparkle tray. This is the Glenda Goodwitch tray, and it is resin. And you can see I've got a green one from her right here. Let me bring it down so y'all can see. Yeah, so I have a green one, a red one, and a yellow one that I ordered from her for the event. But these trays are amazing. I'll have her link down below. She is one of our sponsors, of course. That's why she donated this. And I'll have all my sponsors linked down below. And also, along with this tray, you'll also win the matching cover minder. It can be used as like a little trash tray. I've got mine right here from Lexi, and I just kind of put all my little drills that maybe I don't like, or maybe I find randomly and I don't know where they go. And yeah, so I just kind of keep that to the side over here. So yes, stay tuned, and I will be giving a word for this, okay? And then I will announce I'll give it a week, and then I'll announce in next week's Whip and Chat who won this. Alongside with that and the pen, I do have one of our sponsors. I just got her package in the mail a couple days ago, so that's why I haven't shown it yet. This is from Keonas Corner. I'm sure you may have seen these. I've never used them before, and I have not done an unboxing for this, so I thought we would just open it up real quick. She wrote me a note. Here's some instructions. Yeah, she's got an Etsy shop, and I'll have her link down below. All my sponsors are down there, but she put some, looks like some green and red little gummy bear cover minders. And so I will include these in all the gifts going forward that I send out. But all these green, yellow, gold, like all the colors of the Wizard of Oz. And these are, here's some of her cards. That's a cool card, Kiana. I love that. I don't know if you're watching, but I love this. Let's see. She's on Etsy. She's got Instagram, Twitter, and there's her mail, her email account, and then Twitch and YouTube and TikTok. So all her information. So I'll have all this linked below. Or if you want to pause the video and just take a look at this, you can do that too. But I will include these in the giveaways that I give away. And then also, look at, she's even got stickers. Girl, you're doing it. So I'm not sure how to use these. I'll have to look at those. This is label frames, rectangle. And here's another pack. So we've got a couple of those. It looks like there's 3 packs and they're gold. And then here's the grand finale. There's 3 of these. There's 3 packs. And again, I've never used these before, but they're called section frames. And she made these for us. So it's rainbow. So I'll give away, like I said, 3 of these. These go on your diamond painting to almost like it's a release paper. It's a section frame. It says use. Peel and place on the clear plastic that covers and protects the top of your diamond painting. Okay, good to know. So this goes on top of the plastic. Do not place on the sticky part of your diamond painting. Note for labeling. Sharpies have been tested to work on section frames. Use a silver metallic Sharpie for darker colors if black is too dark to see. Reuse. Remove the clear plastic cover of your diamond painting and return the section frame to the release paper. Okay. So save release papers to reuse section frames. Okay, she's got a lot of great instructions. I love it. Oh, look at these, you guys. Oh, wow, these are really cool, Kiana. I love these. Thank you. Y'all, look at all the colors. We've got gold, we've got green, red, perfect. So yes, you just put these on your plastic and it kind of gives you an area to diamond paint on, okay? And you can even like label them like she said. And then it looks like there's these as well. So I'll include a pack of these label frames, okay? Yeah, so I've never used these before. I am curious how those work. Very, very cool. All right, so I'm gonna be including her stuff too. And then also, let's talk about some of the other sponsors. So we've talked about Diamond Pen Pal, we've talked about Lexi. I also wanna talk about Siobhan. Siobhan's Coverminders. She has an Etsy shop and a lot of these Coverminders came from her. I got this metal sign from Temu and I'll have that link down below if you're interested. But yes, Siobhan's Coverminders are freaking amazing. I mean, they're so, someone, described them and I loved this description. They're like jewelry and they're just so beautiful and they're blingy. And I actually have her rainbow one right here. So in your giveaways, I will definitely include some of her Coverminders, okay? Yes, I love her Coverminders. And I don't have plastic on my book cover, so I just kind of have it sitting here. And I don't think it would work. Let's just see if it's gonna work with the book cover. I don't think it will, but if it does, that's impressive. Oh my gosh, you guys, it works through a book. Those are some strong magnets. Siobhan, look at you. Y'all, that's awesome. I love that. So yeah, our rainbow is just gonna hang out in the sky over here above Emerald City. So let me also talk about, so I talked about my green tray. You'll see I'm using that. And then I have my Diamond Art Club tweezers. And then I've got my paper cutter. I don't need that today, but I was using it for my other painting. Also wanted to talk about this other pen that I'm using. This is from Leopard Leather Works. And they have a website and I'll have them linked. Their pens are satin finished. And they are gorgeous. So I saw this one, I think they had it named Emerald, something for Oz and Og, and it got me. I was like, okay, I gotta buy this. So Tim and Carrie over there are great people. I've actually met them in real life and they're awesome. So definitely go support them. Their pens are beautiful. They're very, they just feel good in your hand. They definitely have, Carrie's a diamond painter. So, and then her husband, Tim, turns the pens, but they definitely know where to rest and where to put those bumps. It's a great pen. So I'm using 2 different pens. Okay, because I am placing, these are all crystals. So it'll be interesting to see how this works and how, I already did a little bit. I don't use tweezers or anything. I guess I could, but yeah, I'm just gonna use a pen. But I did start working on this. I've kind of been working on it on and off when I needed a little bit of break from my big one. I am using Harbor Freight containers. There's only 12 colors. So yeah, I've just got them all in here. I just used little labels and used a Sharpie. So I've got my Harbor Freights going. And oh, last but not least, my Bella Art de Nicole tray. They're also another sponsor of ours. These are 3D printed trays, and I definitely am going with the green theme. Did y'all notice that? I did my nails green today with a little gold sparkle on the ring finger. And I've got my green Lexi tray. I've got my green Bella Art tray. We're doing Emerald City today, so I thought we would definitely go with the green theme. So yes, thank you to everybody. Thank you to all the sponsors. Go check them out. Even Siobhan also has a discount code right now. I believe it, and it's in the description. It's Oz and Og10, I believe is her code, and you get 10% off. So go ahead and use that when you order from Siobhan. Get some of her Coverminders. They're great. What else, you guys? I feel like I'm missing something, but that's going to be, if you have any questions or if I've missed anything, just let me know. But I really am having a good time doing this event. And again, it wouldn't be as successful as it's been if it wasn't for y'all. So really, really do appreciate it. All right, so I've got all our goodies kind of set aside. Yeah, so Oz and Og, we're here. We're halfway through. And I had to slow down on my painting because I have another whip and chat to do next week for week 4. And I thought, okay, I've got to slow down. But that painting is going so nice. I love it. It's great. I only have 1 row left. So I had to slow my roll a little bit. Okay, so let me grab a color. I already put a few of these 5s in here because I was working on that symbol, or that number, I should say. Let me move my Coverminders over. Okay, and then also for Oz and Og, I do go live on Sundays so please join me. 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, I do go live. I do a live stream for about an hour, hour and a half. And last week during my live, I have been doing giveaways during the lives for the month of August. And last week I did some gift cards. So I just wanted to let you know, if you were one of those winners, I did contact those companies and I passed along your email address. So be on the lookout for an email from them with your gift card, okay? And definitely look in your junk folders and all that good stuff. You know, you just never know. So speaking of lives, this Sunday, I have a guest. I love to have guests come in and join us. I especially like to have other creators that maybe you don't know about, or maybe you do, and it's good to get to know them even better. So I am having a guest this Sunday, and it's been a minute since I've had a guest. So I'm gonna feel a little out of whack, but I know she's gonna make me feel so comfortable, and you're pretty much guaranteed it's gonna be a good time. So my guest is, drum roll please. I don't know what that was, but that was a drum roll. That was just tongue in the mouth. I don't know. Drum roll please. It is Color and Chat with Joanna. I will have her channel linked down below, so if you want to go check her out before the live, you can kind of get a sense of who she is and what to expect. And oh my gosh, well, expect the unexpected. She is so funny. Yeah, so I've been wanting her on my live for a long time. Finally made it happen. So yes, and she is, yeah, she's trying to hit some milestones too with her channel. So I thought, you know, maybe some of you don't know her, haven't met her yet, and you just need to, because she is a hoot. She is just so fun, and I love her. And she's so generous. She's a huge part of this community. She's very supportive. So yeah, I definitely wanted to have her on and give her some love and share her with you guys. So join us this Sunday. I don't know the date, but it'll be Sunday at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Okay? All right. Yeah, what is the date Sunday? Let's see. If today's 16, 17, 18, 19. Is it 19th? Maybe? Yeah. All right. So, y'all, today's Wednesday, and I kind of have a lot on my mind because tomorrow is my son's birthday. Now, I do have 3 kids, for those of you that might be new. I do have 2 boys and a girl. My 2 boys are my oldest ones, and they're 18 and soon to be 17 tomorrow. So that's Nate. So I've got Ryan and Nate. And then Lou is my daughter, and she's 10. And her birthday is 5 days after Nate's. So August is always kind of crazy because, you know, school starts, and then we have the birthdays, and it's always lots of good stuff. So yeah, Nate's birthday's tomorrow, and he's turning 17. We already gifted him with one of his main gifts. I got him concert tickets. He's never been to a concert before. So September 14th, he is going to go see Drake and 21 Savage. So he is very excited. He's going to be going with his older brother. So my son Ryan's also going to be going with him. And then another friend of Nate's is going to be joining him. So I bought 3 tickets, and Nate, his friend paid me back for one of them. And then I, of course, paid for Ryan and Nate. So, but yeah, tomorrow's plans. He does have to go to school. Now, no, Lou's been trying to convince me not to let her, can I stay home on my birthday? Nope, we're not going to start all that. It's only been a week. So no, we're not going to start missing school. And y'all, I have to tell you what she did to me this morning. Anyways, let's finish talking about Nate. So Nate, so tomorrow he'll go to school, and he asked off of work. So he is not working tomorrow because we are going to go see Blue Beetle, which is a new, I hope I'm not wrong, Marvel movie, I believe. Y'all, all I know it's like a superhero movie. And he loves movies. He's a huge, avid moviegoer, analyzes things, rates them, just is really, really into it. Normally, just him and my husband will go see a movie like that. But because it's his birthday, my husband got tickets for all 5 of us. And then before that, I think the movie's like at 6 something. And then, because it is a school night, so it couldn't be too late. But before that, we're going to go to have dinner at this burger place. It's kind of fairly new. And get this, the name of it is called Rodeo Goat. I've never been there. My husband's been there one other time before with the boys, and they said it was really good. So yeah, so that's going to be tomorrow night. So we'll definitely celebrate his birthday. I have to go out today and grab a couple things. So he's been watching his weight lately. And he's been eating a lot healthier and doing really good, and he's losing weight. And this was all he just wanted to do it on his own. Of course, no pressure from us. But yeah, he just started eating better. And so he asked if he could borrow our scale that we had in our bathroom. It's a digital scale, and it's really high tech and all the things. And he asked me the other day, he's like, Mom, I kind of really want just like an old school scale, like an analog scale that's got the little, I don't know what you want to call it, the little dial. Yeah. And so I was like, okay. And so I was like, okay, I don't really know what else to get him for his birthday, but I want him to have something to unwrap and open other than just, I've already bought him the concert tickets, but I still want to get him something. And for their age, 17 is like hard to shop for. I mean, most people just give them money, family, that's what they give them. But, I want to give him something else. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to Target and pick up a scale. So I looked at Target, I looked online, and they didn't have any in store, but Walmart does. So after this, I'm going to run to Walmart, and I'm going to get him a scale. Is that a bad birthday present? I mean, it's kind of a joke birthday present in a way, but it's something he actually will use, and it's something I think he wants. So yeah, I mean, why not? I just bought him before school started, because school started last week for us, last Wednesday. I bought him the day before school started. We went and got a haircut, and we went to a sporting goods store, and I got him a brand new pair of tennis shoes, and he got a new backpack, and he got some new clothes. So I kind of just spent a lot of money on him, but I know it was like for school stuff, but I'm like, oh boy. So he also collects Pokemon. He's been collecting them for a long time. He has several that are unopened, like, collectible ones. And he has sold quite a few actually on Mercari in the past. It's been a while since he's sold anything, or he's been active on there, but he has quite a collection of Pokemon. So he said he's still always, because I was asking him the other day, I'm like, what else do you want for your birthday? And, because it's kind of hard to shop for him. And he's like, clothes. I'm like, oh, I don't know where to get your clothes, or what he would want. So I was talking to his brother. I was talking to Ryan because, he graduated, and he's not working and he's not in school. So he's home, and I'm like, maybe you can come with me and help me pick out some clothes. But my husband was telling me that Costco, he thinks that he saw Pokemon cards at Costco, and they are in the Halloween section, because they are a bag of like little cards that you can hand out in lieu of candy. So I thought that'd be really fun if I could get a bag of that. If I would have thought about it in time, I would have ordered it online, because I did go online to see if they were in stores, and I can't tell. But if I would have ordered it online sooner, I could have just gotten it in the mail that way and given it to him. But so after that, after this, I'm going to go to Walmart. I'm going to go to Costco. I'm going to try to get it all done before I have to go pick up Lou from school. So we'll see. We will see, y'all. See if I can get it all done. But I did shower this morning, so that's always a good thing. Showered, washed my hair. My hair. I got to tell y'all, I got it chopped. I chopped my hair. Let's see, day before yesterday, I was, sticking it up in a bun, and I've just been tired of it lately. If y'all saw me in my live on Sunday, I had a couple braids. It's just getting really, really long. And I color it myself, and I think the ends are pretty fried from all the bleach and the color. And it's been a long time since I've got a haircut. And so I don't go to a salon. Like I said, I do my own color. I get a haircut every once in a while, and I just go to some random place to get a haircut. So it hit me day before yesterday. I was putting my hair up and it just was not working. It's just too long. And I thought, okay, I'm getting a haircut. So I started calling around to some salons near us. And I was like, oh, I hope those aren't going to be too expensive. But I'm like, I'll just treat myself to a haircut, get a good haircut, and maybe find someone I like, and maybe even like treat myself to a color at some point. The thing about the hair color is I have really bad grays. My grays are really bad. And around my, they all just come out all in front of all around my face. And I have to color my hair every 6 to 8 weeks. And talking to some friends of mine that get their hair done at salons with a tip, with a cut and color and tip, they're spending almost $300. I can't do that. I can't do that. I won't do that. That's crazy. That's not me. So I thought, okay, I'll just at least get a haircut. So I called a bunch of salons and asked if they were accepting any walk-ins for a haircut that day. And everybody said, no, we can get you in tomorrow. And I'm like, nope, I'm going to go somewhere else. I wanted a haircut today. So plus another thing about going to salons that I don't miss is, yes, it's nice getting the whole, getting spoiled and getting the whole, pampering and all that stuff. But you're in there for hours. I always was. Just to color my hair, it would take like 2 or 3 hours. And I just don't want to sit in a chair. I hated it. I hated it. So it's just too long to sit. So that's one thing I don't miss either. So called all these places. No one could get me in. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go. And if y'all been following me for a while, you may remember this from my Christmas video. I think it was last year. I just went to the salon where my boys get their haircut. It's it's not even a salon. It's a barber shop. It's called Floyd's. And I think they're a chain. But you walk in and they have like loud music playing, and they have like music posters all over the wall. It's kind of like hip and trendy, and all the people working there all have tattoos, and they're all like super cool looking. And I was like, I don't want to go in there because I felt a little awkward. But I was like, I need a haircut. And I know they do hair. I've had my haircut here before a couple times. So I went in there and they said they could get me in just a minute. I was like, awesome. So I got this woman and she was really, really good. Not the most personable, but she's working at a barbershop. It's not like we're going to get to know each other real well. And she's not even going to come back to me either. So why even put out that energy? But she was okay. She just didn't talk too much. But I did ask her. I said, do you get a lot of female clients? And she's like, actually I do. Whenever a female comes in for a haircut, because it's mainly males in there, she's like, they normally give them to me because I do long hair. I'm like, okay. So but she did a great job. She asked me if I wanted layers, and I was like, the one thing about layering, so I have naturally curly hair, and sometimes the layers can make it really kind of, poofy, and I didn't want that. And I told her, I said, you know what? I wear my hair up in a ponytail for the most part, and I never straighten it. Very, very rarely do I straighten it. It's always curly, and I always wear it up. And she goes, okay, well, let's not do layers. Let's just do a straight cut at the bottom. I'm like, okay. So she goes, how much do you want cut off? And I said, oh, I want it like chopped. I'm tired of this hair. I said, I want to be able to use a claw clip and have it just kind of fall off a little bit over the back, not like all the way down to my back, just kind of hit my shoulders a little bit. So she goes, are you sure? And I'm like, yeah. She goes, so where do you want it? And I pointed to my shoulders, and she goes, what? And I'm like, no, when it's dry. She's like, oh, I thought you meant while it's wet, because the curls will pop up and it'll be even shorter. I'm like, yeah, I know. So she cut off probably about 4 to 5 inches. So it is short. but I like it. It feels so healthy. All the ends aren't fried. Plus I was getting really bad tangles and my hair was falling out. And so yeah, I got a fresh new do. I did, y'all. I got a haircut. So you always feel good after you get a haircut. It's so weird. Like after that, I just felt like, I was like, so I came home and I told my husband, he didn't even know I was going. He thought I was going to the grocery store. He's like, where'd you go? And I was like, oh, I went and got a haircut. And he's like, really? So I had it up in a ponytail. And so I put it down and he goes, oh yeah, I like that. I'm like, okay. So he was happy with it. A lot of men like prefer longer hair. It's kind of what I've heard and experienced. So, and it's not like super, super short, but yeah, he thought it looked good. And then, I picked up Lou from school and I'm like, I got a haircut because I had it up again. And cause it's so blazing hot here, you can't have your hair down. It's just, you just sweat. And so she's like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. Cause she couldn't really tell how short it was. And so I, took it down. She's like, oh, I'm like, what? Cause she likes long hair and she's trying to grow her hair out. And I was like, hey, it's like your length now. So she's like, okay. So she really wasn't loving it, but that's all good. The boys didn't even like notice. And when I told them I got a haircut, they're like, oh, okay. Like, so I was telling the whole family, but yeah, I got a little trim. Not a trim. I got a chop. So yeah, it's looking all fresh. Like I said, I washed it today for the first time since I got it cut because they don't wash it, at the barber shop. I mean, I guess they can, but they didn't offer it to me. So it was just like a simple, no style. I was in and out of there in like 20 minutes. It was super fast. And with a tip, it was $41. So I was like, yes, now we're talking. And when she told me that she does females mainly, and she goes, I also do color. And I said, you do? I was like, ooh. I said, how much is that? And she told me it's $55. So I was telling my husband, he's like, that's not bad. I'm like, no, it's really not. So, if I kind of feel like I want to, treat myself, and I might go back to her. But like I said, she wasn't too terribly but we don't need to be friends. But she was kind of quiet. I don't want to say standoffish, but just kind of quiet maybe. But I did ask her what her name was, and I might go back because she did a good job on the haircut. And when she was combing my hair out, she didn't hurt me because a lot of people are kind of rough, especially if they're not used to curly hair. So yeah. So that was day before yesterday. And what else, y'all? So yeah, I'm excited about tomorrow. I need to get on it and kind of wrap up everything. We also decorate, whenever there's a birthday in the family, we always decorate the kitchen table with like decorations, and we have letters that spell everybody's names. I'm sure I've told y'all about this before. And so I've got to like pull out our birthday bin with all the random, birthday signs and find his letters and get his table set up, tonight. So then when he wakes up in the morning, he'll see it. And so I've got to do that. And I might even get some balloons. We'll see if I have time. But yeah, so I'm excited. He's a good kid, you guys. I don't talk a whole lot about my kid. I do. I talk a lot, mainly about my daughter, because she's the one that's a handful right now. But the boys are getting older, and they're, but Nate is just, his real name is Nathan, but he goes by Nate. He has so many nicknames. We call him Tater Tot. We call him Bear. I don't know. We just kind of, he's just a good kid. So responsible, kind of on the quieter side, but just, he's my middle child, and he is definitely the easiest. He's the laid back one, kind of goes with the flow. He's the one that plays the referee when the other two fight, because my oldest and youngest fight sometimes when we are together, like on a family vacation. And he's just the one that's always kind of, chill and doesn't really start. And he's just good, you guys. He's going to school. He's a junior, and he's interested in law. And, we're not sure yet. We'll see. He is taking a lot of law classes. There's a career technical center that you get credit for that you can take in high school. And he's been taking some law classes. And so he's interested in, criminal law, criminal justice, maybe even like lab, crime scene investigation. So we'll see. We'll kind of see where he ends up. But he's just a smart kid, and he's got his head on his shoulders, and I'm really proud of him. Yeah, he's doing good. He's my kid that I look at and I'm like, okay, we did something right. Because Y'all, there are days when with the other two, and I'm like, whew, what did we do wrong? Do we not know what we're doing? I mean, I love all of my kids, obviously. But, so I'll just give you a little story time. I don't think I've ever told y'all this story before. And if I have, I apologize. But since it is Nate's birthday, the day that you're watching this, I'll just tell you a little story about how he came about. So, my husband and I were not married. We were living together, and we were together, obviously. We were together for a few years, about 3 years. And then we got pregnant with Ryan unexpectedly. I was 29. And so here Ryan was 9 months old, 8 or 9 months old. And it was Thanksgiving break, that week that, the kids have off and husband's off of work. And, things happen during that time. Right. And, so started not feeling so good. And, I took a test and I was like, no, can't be. I only have like a 9-month-old. Well, what had happened was, I remember our pharmacy I went to go get my birth control refilled. Every month I'd have to go to the pharmacy and get my pack of pills, right? My monthly pills. And when I went this time, they told me that if you have a reoccurring, insurance was changing it. They said if you have a reoccurring, a regular prescription that you get every month, you have to start getting it by mail. And I was like, what? And I was like, well, they said, oh, you need to get a new prescription and you have to send it in and this and that. And I was like, oh, crap. So let's just say that I went 1 month without taking it, because by the time I had it, new prescription, mailed it in, got the medication in the mail, it had been about a month. Well, it did not take long. Obviously, I am fertile myrtle because, found out. So I took a test. I remember I was with a friend at work. I was working. Ryan was in daycare. And I remember telling her, I said, we were going to go have lunch. I said, can we just stop by a convenience store or CVS or something? I'm not feeling so good. I just want to double check, that things are all good. And she's like, sure. So I bought a pack. I think it was like a 3-pack. Went into the bathroom at the store and came out, and she could tell by I took 2 of them because I was like, no, it can't be. I only have a 9-month-old. I'm like, I haven't even gotten one under my belt yet of 1-year-old. I haven't even done a full year yet of having a child. How am I supposed to have another one? And I thought, you know what? I only missed 1 month. So, I mean, come on, that can't be possible. Surely it takes more than that. Y'all, I know it only takes one time, right? It only takes one time. Yeah, so, But what a blessing. I mean, again, you know what? There's a plan for us, and things happen how they're supposed to happen. And what an awesome kid he is. And I can't imagine, my life without him. And even though he wasn't planned, it's like, but he was, absolutely he was. Not in my plan, but it's what was meant to be. And, a lot of times we don't even know what's happening, while it's happening. But I remember he was going to be due right in August. Now we induced with all 3 of our kids. We had it all planned out. Our doctor was like, if you're 38, 39 weeks and everything's looking good, we'll go ahead and induce you and we'll make it happen. I was like, cool. So I never really got to experience my water breaking naturally and like, oh my gosh, we got to go to the hospital. I never experienced that, which I kind of regret a little bit. Yeah, you see it like in the movies, and I never experienced that. Mine was, okay, packed and ready to go to the hospital. But the good thing is the kids were all taken care of with grandparents, and it was all scheduled and all set. So, and I'm a planner, so it was nice. And then they would just break your water for you, and you would start to go, have contractions, and there you go. Now, Ryan was a late bloomer. He was not walking yet. And he was like, 13, 14 months old by the time Nate was coming? Because they're 16 months apart. And I was like, boy, you better start walking. Because I'm like, okay, he's going to be walking soon. I remember I've got pictures of You know what? I should probably, y'all want to see a picture? I'm going to pop in an old picture. I'm going to pop in a picture of me pregnant with Nate holding Ryan. I'll try to find one of those, or at least pregnant with Nate. Yeah, so you can see how big I got. He was a big baby. He was a little chunk. But yeah, Ryan wasn't walking yet. And my whole pregnancy, I had to carry him on one side with my big old belly. And I thought, what am I going to do? This is going to be probably more than I can handle. And I think if I'm not mistaken, I think it's called Irish twins. They're not actually like, identical or twins, but it's like when you have them close together and they're 16 months apart. So, I mean, it worked out. Obviously, I can look back now and say it worked out. It was a lot. It was a lot all at once. But at the same time, 2 boys doing a lot of the same things, changing 2 diapers, doing this, doing that. They are close now. They have not always been that way, obviously, and they have their moments. But I've noticed as they're getting older, they are becoming friends and they're getting closer, which is what I always wanted. So, but yes, that's the story of my little Nate. Yeah. We named him Nate because I love nicknames. And I wanted to shorten a name, and I thought Nathan would be good. And Ryan, Nathan, they kind of have the same kind of ending, and we can call him Nate. So yeah, that's the story of Nate. It seems like so long ago, and it actually was, y'all, 17 years ago. But it was a surprise. He was a big, out of all 3, he was definitely the biggest surprise. Because I thought there's just no way, I just missed my pill one time, 1 month. Just, it can't happen that fast. But yeah, that's one thing I was definitely blessed with is I was fortunate enough never to have any fertility issues. So yeah, so that's the story of my little guy. And I love him so much. He's just really, really special. And we have a special relationship. So yes. Okay. So that's my story about Naties. We also call them Naties. And, oh yes, memories. I'm all in my feels now, y'all. Talking about my boy and his birthday. 16 was a big one last year because, he got his license. Oh, we got to talk about that. Oh my gosh. I almost forgot to tell you guys. Okay, let's talk more about Nate. So, he got his license, last year, right? Now, if y'all have been around for a while, you'll probably remember me telling you all these stories, but last year I thought it would be a great idea to schedule his driving test on his birthday and let him miss that day of school and go take his actual driving test and get his license on his birthday. Well, it was a disaster. He failed his driving test. He was in tears in his room on his birthday. I'll never do that again. So I've just, lesson learned from me, if you've got little ones that are not driving yet, I would not schedule that appointment on their birthday because you never know what can happen. I mean, it didn't work out so well. We waited a couple of weeks. He redid it and he passed, right? Okay, so he's had his license for almost a year. And last Wednesday was the first day of school. Well, he has early release now that he's a junior. You can choose late arrival. You can arrive to school later, or you can leave early because he's met all of his credits already for his classes. He has, so he's able to leave early. And so he normally, I was expecting him to get home, the same day, about the same time that I would be leaving to go pick up Lou from school. And that was the day that Randy came over, right? And we hung out the first day of school last week, which was awesome. I told you all about that. And so what I didn't tell you, and I didn't know at the time until like later on that afternoon, was he got pulled over on the way home from school, the very first day of school. He got pulled over for the first time in a school zone. Nate, he got in trouble. Not in trouble, but... So this is how he tells me. We were outside. I was checking the mail that afternoon, and Randy had just left. And I was like, so how was the first day? And he's like, well, I got pulled over on the way home from school. I'm like, that's why you weren't home when we got home. Because I thought that was really weird. And I was starting to worry. And I thought, oh, maybe there's just a lot of traffic. It's his first day of school. Well, he was going 30 and a 20. Now, the cops were everywhere. probably nabbing people because, it was the first day of school and a lot of people didn't realize that school was back in session and, you got to slow down. Well, he lucked out. They gave him a warning. The cop gave him a warning. He showed me the piece of paper, and it just says, it's got the police officer's, number on it and kind of just tells you what happened, but it's not like official, it doesn't have any details of anything else. It doesn't have his name on it. It doesn't say when it happened, how it happened, all that. So it's just a warning. But I asked him, I'm like, were you shitting your pants? I'm like, were you like, because I know him and he is kind of a shy guy. And I thought, okay, I would be crapping my pants. When I get pulled over, it's super scary. And then I'm thinking, okay, you've never been pulled over before. It's in a school zone right after school and you're getting pulled over. And he tried to act all cool about it. He's like, no, it wasn't a big deal. I was like, whatever. I told my husband, he's like, what? He goes, I'm going to mess with him because his dad was out of town when it happened. So my husband comes back from being out of town and I was sleeping when they had this conversation, but Nate got home from work that next day. And my husband's like, I'm going to totally mess with him. So I guess Nate got home from work and Nate didn't know that I had told his dad yet. So he walks in, he goes, hey, and my husband's like, so I got a call from the police department and you got pulled over and they called me. He totally had Nate going. And Nate thought he was in trouble. And then he's like, nuh-uh. And my husband's like, you could just see the wheels spinning. Like he was really trying to figure out if that was true or not and if they had really called me. And he's like, no, I'm just kidding. But he told my husband he wasn't scared either. And we're all like, whatever, he was. But no one will ever know. He had to have been. But for whatever reason, he got a warning, which that's great. I appreciate the police officer doing that. Because he probably could have been a real jerk and given him a ticket. But it was the first day of school and he just, so now Nate learned a lesson. So he got that out of the way. He got his first, I was going to say first ticket, but his first pullover. Yeah, first interaction with the police. So yeah, so now he goes 20 in the school zone. So where we live, we are right in the middle of 3 schools, which is a great location. That's why we moved here. We've got the middle school right across the street from us, and it's a speed trap. That's where all the cops actually sit in the entrance of our neighborhood. And so he didn't really stand a chance. They were like right where he was coming home. So we're right in between a middle school and the high school. And then the elementary school is just down the street. So they're always parole, which is great. I appreciate that. Especially if you've got kids that are walking. I mean, it's scary because there are people that like fly and go way too fast. So yeah, he got pulled over and I was like, oh, I got to tell you all that. He's probably going to kill me, but yeah, he did. He got pulled over. So I will say the honeymoon is over when it comes to school. I think I was telling y'all in the last Whip and Chat, oh, things are so good. Lou's being so good in the morning. She's picking out her clothes the night before. She's getting up early. She's getting ready. Her lunches are just perfect. I'm putting so much effort into it. That ship has sailed. The honeymoon phase is over. This morning, she only had about 3 minutes, but no, she had about 4 or 5 minutes left before the bell rang. So we were cutting it really close because she didn't want to go to school. She said she pulled a muscle in her leg and she couldn't walk. I was like, no. She's like, but Dad said, and my husband's traveling right for work. She's like, but Dad said we're either throwing up, have diarrhea, or we're injured and we can stay home from school. I'm like, it's not a serious injury. And she starts crying. Yes, it is. It really hurts. I'm like, here, let me give you some ibuprofen. Take it slow. What about PE? I'm like, you'll be fine. So I really I was proud of myself. I was super proud of myself because last year I gave in too many times. Every time someone said they didn't feel good, I let them stay home from school. And I was getting letters at the end of the year about attendance and I was like, okay. And then Ryan almost didn't graduate because of the attendance crap. So I was like, okay, we're not going to do this again. We are like, unless you're like dying. So I was really proud of myself, stuck to my guns. And she was really, really working me all morning. And then all of a sudden, when it's time to go, she's picking up in high gear because she doesn't want to be late. And all of a sudden the leg's fine. And she actually ran upstairs to get something. Her room's upstairs. And I was like, what? Yeah. So who knows? I asked her, I'm like, what'd you do? She's like, I don't know. I'm like, did you have PE yesterday? Because she doesn't do any sports. And she was like, no, just music. I'm like, I don't know what she did, but her and her best friend were playing outside in the driveway yesterday, and they had the hose and they were playing in the water, and she was fine. And then of course, last night she did start complaining about it, and I gave her some ibuprofen, and this morning I was like, here, take more. So yeah, but the honeymoon phase is over. She's not wanting to wake up in the morning. It's just like, it's back. The lunches are getting kind of lame again. Not lame, but we're talking about, the first day was, these beautiful, almost like a charcuterie board, or however you call this. Like, it was like meat and cheese and crackers and these cute little containers and cut up strawberries and cut up fruit. Now I'm like, yesterday was a peanut butter and jelly and a bag of chips, and some carrots thrown in a bag. So we're like, it's been a week. Today's a week that school started, and I knew it would last about a week. It was nice while it lasted. I mean, she's not picking out her clothes anymore. I actually had to pick out her clothes this morning because she couldn't walk upstairs, right? And yeah. So, y'all, we're almost done with this. I'm so excited. We're almost done with Emerald City. If y'all want to look up for just a second, let me show you. I'm almost done. I just have to do a line here, and a few of these. Yeah, I just have one more symbol to do. This is so pretty. I love it. Yes. And thank you also to Enablers Outpost, Elizabeth over there. Donated some books too that I was able to give away on my live. So last Sunday or Sunday before. So yeah. So what else is going on, y'all, with school? I mean, I've enjoyed having the time back again to, do what I got to do. As far as the substitute stuff is concerned, I was going to give y'all an update on that. School's only been in session for a week, and I get notifications throughout the days of, job openings that they're looking for subs, but they're never at my daughter's school. And that's the only school I really want to work at because she's there. And, I still have to pick her up. I drop her off in the mornings. I pick her up from school. It's kind of too hot to walk. I mean, it's still in the hundreds. So I really don't want her to walk home from school. And so I thought, if I can work at her school, that'd be ideal. That was the whole plan. But not one job has come up for her school yet. So I'm still, waiting, but I'll definitely, keep y'all updated. And I'm a little nervous, but at the same time, I'm like excited. And so every day I look, and I even just double check the app, and I just double check and make sure I haven't missed any notifications. And there's been no job, but again, it's only been a week. So I just have to kind of, be patient. And then I'm sure all the teachers their honeymoon phase will be over too. And they're going to be like, I need a freaking break from these kids. And they'll start calling out. So yeah, but nothing yet. So I'm just kind of, hanging out at home. I've been talking about it a little bit lately. Y'all have heard, but we're doing a refresh project at home. We're repainting, getting new carpets, new flooring. And so I've been purging. Day before yesterday, the day I got a haircut, I was quite busy. I was pretty good. I got a lot done that day. I went and dropped off a big car full of donations to our local resale place. Donation, it's like a Goodwill. Dropped off a huge carload of that stuff, and then what else did I do? But I've just been purging, going through closets, donating stuff, and that kind of stuff. So, y'all, I'm finished. I'm done. If you want to look up, it's so pretty. Look at it. I don't know if y'all can see the sparkle. Let me stand up and see what y'all are seeing. It's so pretty. Thank you again to those that donated, Ashley and to Elizabeth, and I love the Coverminder on here. That's so cool. Those are some great magnets. But that was a fun project. Now what I'll do is, and probably some of you will cringe, but I don't keep any of these. I know that's bad, but you know what? I got to give them some credit. There's a lot. Okay, maybe I will keep these. There's a lot of leftover. Every single one has many colors. Even the little teardrops that are on the top of Emerald City, there's like 15 of those left over. So yeah, there's quite a few drills. Maybe I will keep them, but typically I don't save my drills. I only save my ABs. So we'll see. One last thing we'll talk about before I let y'all go. We need to give you a keyword. So in order to be eligible to win Lexi's tray and Coverminder and Keona's frames and some Siobhan's Coverminders, all the goodies, I need you to put the word in a sentence in the comments, use the word green, Green, lowercase Green, because there's a lot of green today. We're doing Emerald City. We got the green. So yeah, use the word green. Be creative. Whether you like the color green, you don't, you love green grass, you're green with envy, just be creative and let me know. I'd love to hear y'all's comments. I'd love to see what you come up with. So yes, so use the word green and I'll give away those goodies. And then stay tuned because I'm going to have a little clip at the end announcing the winner of the Diamond Pen Pal pin from last week. Okay. I will finish filming this and then I'll go over and start a new clip and use my computer and show y'all who won this. So good luck to whoever's going to win this. I'm super excited. I'm loving mine. It's a really nice keepsake. So one last thing before we head out. I'm watching a show or a movie and I was going to mention it to y'all to see if anybody else is watching it. So let me know down in the comments. I'm watching, it's on Apple TV. I started watching it yesterday and it was really good. I still need to finish it. It's called The Beanie Bubble. And it's about the Beanie Babies and the guy Ty that created them. And it's a movie and it's actually really good. So if y'all have not seen that yet, go check out Beanie Bubble. So far so good. Like I said, I'm like halfway through it and I want to watch the rest of it tonight. So that's what I'm watching on TV. And it's really good because my mom and dad were obsessed with Beanie Babies. My mom was the one and my dad would have like a list of the ones that were retired and they would go to the Hallmark store whenever, like whatever day it was that they would get a shipment in. And it was like just a mad rush to get these little Beanie Babies. It was such a thing. So I remember that as a kid. And so I thought it'd be really cool to watch the movie. So yeah, it's good. So I'm curious to see how it ends. And because I'm trying to think, I mean, are they still a big deal? No, not like they were. But it's been interesting to kind of see the history of how they all started and how they were like the first posable stuffed animals, because all the other stuffed animals, I guess before that, had been like overstuffed, and that was their deal, was, you know, the posable kind of like bean bag kind of feel. So yeah, it's kind of cool. So if you haven't watched that yet and you were a Beanie Baby fan, go check that out on Apple TV. All right, y'all, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna say goodbye and then stay tuned for the clip of the winner from last week. But thank you so much for being here. If y'all enjoyed this, please give me a thumbs up. They really do help. And if you have not subscribed, please do. It's absolutely free and I would love to have you. So just click the subscribe button down below if you haven't already. And if you've come back and you're already subscribed, thank you again for your continued support. And for the newbies, hope you stay, hope you love it. And yeah, I will chat with y'all soon, okay? I love you, take care. All right, bye guys. All right, y'all, we are back. I have the YouTube random comment picker pulled up and I put the URL from last week's video. The word I asked for was home, okay? There's no place like home, H-O-M-E. So, and I solved the math problems. Okay, let's see how many comments we got. Wow, y'all, that's a lot. Amount of unique comments, 121. Thank you guys so much for all your comments. I love reading home and how you were able to incorporate that into your comments. It was great. I really, really love them. All right, so let's see who's gonna be the winner for this week's. Let me go down. Here we go. Let's do the finger drum roll. Good luck to everybody. Look for your name. It doesn't show all the names. It just shows up some random, most of the names, I think. Okay, y'all ready? On your mark, get set, let's go. She says, I had a few days off this week and while I could have gone somewhere, I decided to stay home. I got lots of crafting done. Congratulations, Melanie. I am so excited that you won. Please reach out to me, send me an email or in Instagram, Facebook, just reach out to me somehow. My email is down in the description and I will send your pen out to you with the other goodies, okay? Congratulations again. And if I don't hear back from Melanie in a week, I will do a redraw, okay? All right, love you guys. Take care. Okay,